Hello everyone! Today we are going to make a very interesting card using the magical Fairy Boutique collection from Graphic 45. I might use both the pattern and solid pack and the 8x8 collection pack, but for my design the pattern and solid pack alone will be more than enough. For the base, we'll also need some cardstock. I've already cut all the pieces and I'll share the exact measurement with you a bit later. And of course, for the decoration, we'll need the ephemera set. One of the main elements of my card will be a wardrobe, and I'll be creating it using this die set. Okay. I've already prepared these tiny lights and a battery. We'll also need some botanical dyes like branches, leaves, and maybe flowers. I might use flower dyes, but I think we can easily skip that and use only the ephemera pieces from the set instead. I also have an idea to embellish the fairies' outfits with some crystals. I might add them, but I haven't decided for sure yet. So let's start. First, we need to prepare the base pieces. For this, you'll need 5 pieces measuring 6.5 by 7.5 inches and 8 pieces measuring 6.5 by 2 inches. This will be a very layered card. For now, it exists only in my head, but I really hope it will turn out beautifully. I've cut 2 pieces from the scrapbook paper, each measuring 6.25 by 7.25 inches. And now I'm taking 6.5 by 7.5 piece and gluing this blue piece to its back side. This way. Now I'm flipping the piece over and taking 2 pieces measuring 6.5 by 2 inches. I've scored each of them every half inch like this, and now I'm folding these pieces like this. Okay, I want to trim these corners. And now I'm gluing these pieces to the base, one on each side. And now I'm gluing this second scrapbook paper piece right here. Next, I've cut 4 strips measuring 6¼ by 3/8 of an inch, and I'm going to glue them along the sides, two on one side and 2 on the other. Now I'm taking the 4 remaining large pieces like this, and I need to cut out a window in each one, leaving a frame with 3/4 inch borders all around. I'm using a frame punch board for this, but you can use a ruler and craft knife instead. For each window, we need a piece of scrapbook paper. Here is how I do it. I cut a piece measuring 6½ by 7½ inches from the scrapbook paper. Next, I cut out the window in the same way, leaving 3/4 inch border. And then I'm trimming 1/8 of an inch from each side. Okay, I need other ruler. I've prepared 3 green frames and 1 purple frame, which will go on the front of our card. And now I'm ready to continue assembling the base of my card. Okay, I'm taking this frame and I'm going to glue it here this way. Now I'm taking the 2 side pieces and gluing them in place, one on each side. Here and here. Next, I'm taking the prepared frame from scrap paper and I'm going to glue it in place. And now I'm taking the scrapbook paper strips and gluing two on one side and two on the other. I keep repeating this process until all the pieces are in place. After strips, I'm taking another frame and I'm gluing it here in place. Then I'm taking two side pieces and gluing them. After that, I'm gluing my scrapbook paper frame and then another 4 strips, scrapbook paper strips, and repeat. So, the hardest part is done. The card base is ready. It can be folded for easy storage or transportation and unfolded to reveal all its layered beauty. I made 4 frames on purpose because each one will hold its own set of elements. On the very back frame, I plan to add plants, branches, trees, this kind of scene. There will also be some dresses hanging there. The next frame will feature the wardrobe. I already showed you the dye I'll be using for that. On the second frame from the front, the third one, there will be a little fairy sitting. And finally, the very first top frame will be used to add the sentiments. And now is the perfect time to prepare all those elements. If you don't have any cutting dies or just don't feel like doing the die cutting, you can simply use the ephemera set and arrange the pre-made pieces layer by layer. It will still look beautiful. As for me, I'll be mixing both die-cut elements and pieces from the ephemera set. I've already die-cut some greenery and few flowers. Graphic 45 has some beautiful dies for branches, and I also use a few other dies to add more variety to the foliage. For now, I'm setting those pieces aside and moving on to one of the main elements of this card, the wardrobe. As I shown before, I have a die set for creating it. I've already cut the piece from scrapbook paper using this set, the main die, along with decorative doors and drawers. Next, I remove the doors and the drawers from the design and cut 5 identical pieces from cardstock. This will be glued together to build dimension. And also I've cut one more piece from scrapbook paper, this time without the drawer and door dies, which will serve as the back panel of the wardrobe. So, for the cardstock pieces, I cut out the doors completely. and I'm going to glue them one on top of the other. Now I'm attaching the LED light unit to the back panel of the wardrobe. I'm placing one of the lights inside the wardrobe itself, and the other two will go into the area with greenery. To finish this part, I'm also gluing an extra piece of scrapbook paper over the back panel here. But I want to need a cut for my wire. So, over here. Not here. No, it's okay. Now I'm gluing this piece here, and then I'm going to close up and then I'm attaching the front piece here. Now, I want to place the light behind this dress at the bottom and hang the dress on the wardrobe doors, so that is softly illuminated, just enough to make the wardrobe glow a little. Here is the finished look of the wardrobe. Now it's ready to be placed onto the cart. I'll glue it down at the bottom here and along this side. And I'm going to place it here. So we have two lights left. One will go on the same level as the wardrobe, and the other one will be placed behind the wardrobe. I'll be hiding the wires using the die cuts. So, I've already glued this dress onto the last remaining light. It will go on the back layer. I've also covered the wire using this die cut. The next wire will be hidden the same way with another matching die cut. This way. Like this. I might also add a die cut on the back side as well to cover the wire from behind, something like this. Now what's next? I need to arrange my greenery, the leaves and branches on the top. To hide the wires and create the beautiful composition. Like this. I also want to give the effect that the dress is hanging from the branch. So like this. I'll lay everything out to give you an idea of the placement, and then I'll glue it all down off cameras and come back to show you the finished back layer. Here is how my card looks right now. All the greenery in place. At this stage, I want to add some sequins. I'll be attaching them with the 3D gloss gel because it'll be harder to do later once more layers are added. And then I'm adding this beautiful fairy here. She will take a dress, and I'm going to add another fairy here. And of course, I need a sentiment here. And my card will be done. I've added the main characters here and some sequins. I think they give the card a little magical sparkling touch. Here is how it's look. Here is how it looks with the lights turned on. This is the final version. It can be folded flat, and of course, it opens up again for display. I hope you enjoyed my idea, and I truly hope it has inspired you to create your own magical card. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon. Bye bye.